Okay, so sitting down. So rollers, bands, tennis ball. We're not going to use the stick today. Okie doke. So rubbing those legs, just get those muscles working, get the circulation going. Oh, Sarah's in a different room. Different scenery. Rubbing up and down. So pushing the ball of the hand against the outside of your legs and then down against the top. So I think partly as well, Helen was talking about getting a bit of an ankle aggravation when she's walking. And I think part of that is that one's not walking that much from working at home because you're not getting the train, you're not walking from the car to the car park. You know, so there's more sitting. Okay, rubbing the outside of those legs all the way down through those calves. So if you've got, you know, massages are good, rubbing yourself is good. Jacuzzis, swimming, anything that's pushing on the skin and the flesh. Okay, roll down to those feet, have those knees bent. Make sure those feet are vertical. Pull your body forward onto your thighs, have your armpits over your knees. And then look at those feet and make them straight. And then pull that tummy forward towards those thighs a bit more. And then push that right leg down a bit. Push that left leg down. Just inch those legs down tiny bit. Keeping the tummy towards the thighs. And then looking at those feet, making sure they stay vertical. So keeping the alignment. So if you hold your feet vertical, and then if I hold my feet vertical, I then see my right knee rolls in. So I then use and then externally rotate it a bit and keep that alignment. Keep that alignment, pushing. Okay, push both knees down and then point those toes. Lift your body up a little bit. So I'll just come up to 45 degrees. Pull those toes to the nose, feel the calf. Feel those heels lift off the ground and then point those toes away. And then take the toes to the right. Take the toes to the left. Take them right, do a big circle. Take them left, do a big circle. Relax those feet. Pull yourself forward again. Pull onto that tummy onto the thighs. Let the knees lift up. Hold the base of those feet and pull yourself forward so those armpits come into the knees. Push those knees down into the floor. Breathing in on the out breath, lift yourself up tall, roll those shoulders up to the ears, round and back. Bring those shoulders forwards, bring them up, bring them back, open the chest, put the hands on the floor, push that chest forward. So when I do this, I pull with my heels and pull that onto that front bottom. Take your chin up to the sky and jut your chin up. So really push it. Stretch through that neck. And that throat, and then bring those eyes down to the floor, bring that chin all the way into the chest, pulling those shoulders together. And then pull those knees down to the ground. Keep those feet vertical. Turn those eyes to the right side of that right leg. Lift that left ear from that left shoulder. Turn those eyes through, bring them to the left side of that left leg. Bring that right ear away from that right shoulder. Really pushing that ear from that shoulder. Bring those eyes back to the middle, pull those shoulder blades together, pull that chin down towards the floor. Turn the eyes one more time to the right side of the right leg. Pull that left shoulder back, pull that left ear away from that shoulder. Turn that head a bit. Just rocking it a touch. Feel the stretch through that side of the neck. Lift that chest up, don't let yourself slump. Bring those eyes to the middle. Bring those eyes to the left side of the left leg. Pull those knees down, keep those feet vertical. Pull that right shoulder back and the left ear away, sorry, the right ear away from it. Rock that face a little bit. And then release, bring the eyes back to the middle. Breathing in, lift that chest up high, squeeze those shoulders together, breathing out, put those hands on the legs and roll yourself all the way forward. And reach, pull that body down onto those knees. And bring yourself up tall. Sarah, I've lost your camera, not that that matters, but it's good to see you. Okay, rolling down to flat. all the way down. So lower that lower back into the ground, lower that upper back. Bring those arms all the way overhead. Push those fingers away from the shoulders, reaching, let those shoulders lift up, and then let those fingers drag on the floor and pull those shoulders down towards the waist. Breathing in. Push those fingers away, reaching those shoulders up to the ears, lengthening. Push those feet away. Let the back lift up slightly and then pull those shoulders down towards the waist and let that back come down and actually pull that back into the floor and feel those legs, those thighs lift a little bit. Now bring those arms up into the sky and relax the lower legs, relax the legs. Bring those arms up into the sky. Bring those hands back to the hands to the floor. Squeeze those shoulders together. Back to the hands on the floor in a scarecrow position. Push the back of the head into the ground. Push the tailbone into the ground, lifting the spine up a bit. And then release, let everything relax. Push those hands away, bring them up to the sky, stretching through that back, reaching, push that spine into the ground. Bring those hands apart on the floor. Squeeze those shoulders together, push the back of the head into the ground. Push the tailbone into the ground. Push those hands apart, reach those hands up into the sky. Bring those hands down by your side, roll your shoulders up to your ears, slide them down, palms pointing up. Push those arms, push the back of the arms and the elbows into the floor. Lift up onto the top of the head. Lift up onto the top of the head, pushing the breastbone up into the sky. Push the tailbone down into the floor. Lift that chest up, breathing in. Fill those ribs up with air, stretch them, breathing out, push those elbows and squeeze those shoulder blades together and then release down to the floor. Breathing in, bring those arms up off the floor, breathing out. Push that spine, that lower back in, bring the chin up and then roll yourself all the way up to sitting. Hands on your legs, reach yourself all the way forwards, reaching and then sit up. And grabbing that roller. Grabbing that roller. Bit of a sharing issue here. Space. Having my space interfered with. Okay, feet flat on the floor. Bring that roller in, rest those bottom ribs down on the bottom on the roller. Breathing in. Head, take hold of that head. Breathing out. Take that head down to the floor, push that breastbone up and empty those lungs. Release. Breathe in at the bottom. Breathing out. Bring that chin up and bring that body up. Move the roller up a touch. Breathing in. Breathing out. Really empty those ribs, breathe in at the bottom, those lungs, sorry, breathe in at the bottom. And then breathe out again, emptying all the way out. Bring that chin up, bring that head up, move the roller up a little bit more. Breathing in. Breathing out, let that head go back, push that breastbone up, push that tailbone down. Really arch over the roller, feel that stretch. So it's emptying the ribs really, the lungs really gives that release. And then bring that head back up and move the roller one more time. Breathing in, breathing out. Let that head come down. Take hold of the head in the hands, lift the bum off the floor, roll the roller all the way down to those bottom ribs. Roll the roller all the way back up to the base of the neck. Roll the roller all the way down to those bottom ribs. Roll the roller all the way up to the base of the neck. Roll it all the way down to those bottom ribs. Lean on that left side. Go all the way down. Come all the way back up. Come back to the middle. And then lean on that right side. Just on the right side of the ribs, not going all the way onto my side. Just on the right side of the ribs. And then back into the middle. And then go on that left side again. And then we're going to go a little bit further to the left. Take that left arm up straight. And then all the way onto that left side. Take that roller through those bottom ribs, through those middle ribs, all the way through the armpit. And then rest with the roller at the base of at the bottom ribs, and then rocking forwards and back. So I've got my bum on the floor, rocking forwards and back. Bringing myself up a bit, rocking forwards and back. Keep on going. Keep on going through that armpit. And then move that roller all the way down. And then move that roller all the way back. And then leaning onto that, leaning back. So we go back onto the back. Letting that head open up, that chest open up, sorry. Stretching. Come all the way onto your back. And then going over onto the right side. So going all the way down. Just onto that right side. So start by just touching the right, and then we're going to go a little bit further. A little bit further over to the right. And then rolling a little bit further. Yeah. And then end up all the way on your right side. All the way through that armpit. All the way down to the bottom ribs again. And then rocking forwards and backwards. As you move the roller down, as you move the roller up. So as I'm moving it, I'm rocking forwards and backwards. So I'm just getting a little bit more intensity going on there. And then rocking forwards and backwards all the way back down to those bottom ribs. And then rolling back, just back off the side. And then right over a bit further. And then all the way over onto the back. Stretching. And then stop with the roller in that middle of that thoracic spine. Pop that head on the ground. Push those arms away straight. Link those fingers together. Spread those, stretch those legs out. Push those hands away from the toes, loosen that head and neck, just rock it. And then bring those hands back in, take them behind the head, bring those knees back in, bending them. Lift the bum, roll the roller down to those bottom ribs, and then rolling it up, bringing that chin up. And sit yourself off the roller. Lifting yourself up nice and tall. Move that roller to one side. Right, let's grab the tennis ball in. Grab the tennis ball in. We'll put it on the mat. We're going to roll up the middle of the spine, between the shoulder blades. We'll go from the neck and then down the middle of the shoulder blades. So start with it at the bottom shoulder blade. So the bottom, I'm going on my right, bottom inside corner. And I'm just going to shimmy up and down. And I'm going to shimmy inside and out. So I'm just going a bit on the underneath as well. Going inside and out. And then I'm going to shimmy that ball up that spine, up the, not on it, just in between the shoulder blade and the spine. So those muscles, when you don't hold your shoulders in the correct place, when you don't stabilize, you let the shoulder roll forward, these muscles get function at stretch. And they don't like that. They get lactic acid, they get strained. So now rolling up to the top of that shoulder blade. So by rolling on them, we're just getting the blood flow, breaking down scar tissue from straining. Come to the base of the neck. Roll that ball across the top of that trapezius, the top of that neck, upper back muscle. To the top of that shoulder. And then shimmy, just shimmy around the inside area there. You can go along to the outside if you want. And then, oh, I'm getting my hair caught up. And then let's just take it, we will take it to the outside actually. So take it across to the outside edge of that shoulder blade. And then just leaning onto that side, move that ball through that shoulder blade, down the outside edge. And then round, and then along to the bottom. And then back over the bottom to the middle. So you can spend ages on this, rolling on this upper back, and I would encourage you, you know, of an evening when you're watching the news or listening to the news or watching something on telly, you can just roll around on the floor while you're listening to that for 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, take that ball and pop it on the other side. So I start with it at the bottom of that shoulder blade, and then just rocking up and down, and then rocking in and out. Finding those areas of tension, just you can keep moving over them, or you can just push the ball on it, on the tension, and then rolling up that inside. Oh, I'm getting a bit tangled. Roll up the inside of the spine to the shoulder blade. Okay, keeping rolling, keeping that ball going to the base of the neck. And then going across. Across the top of that shoulder. And then outside edge of the shoulder. And then rolling a bit onto the side, or however you find easiest to go down the outside edge of that shoulder. And then across at the bottom, and then back up. And then roll off that ball. And move that ball out of the way. Lying on your back, take those arms all the way out straight, and then pull those shoulders down. And then bring those arms up to the sky. You should feel that your shoulders are a bit more responsive. Bring those hands out wide, squeeze those shoulders together, push the back of the head into the floor, lift the chest up, push that tailbone into the ground, slide those hands down so they're by your waist, pop your fingers under your bum, breathing in, and on the out breath, push off the elbows and come onto the head. Push those feet away, push on the elbows, draw in the core. Breathe in, fill those lungs and really spread those ribs. Breathe out, squeeze those shoulder blades together. So you should find this is easier. Breathing in, breathing out, lift. Push those toes away, push off that head. And then release that back all the way down to the floor. And bring that left knee in, and bring that right knee in, and bring the tailbone up off the floor and release. Bring the tailbone up off the floor and release. Bring the tailbone up off the floor, bring that nose up to the knees. And then release. Put that right leg out straight, keep that left leg in. Pull that left knee all the way up to the armpit, push that right leg away. Pull that left leg all the way over the body to the floor. Turn the eyes left. Push the left knee down, push the left hand away. Follow the shoulder after the hand. Follow the hip after the knee. Turn the tummy button and the breastbone to the sky. Breathing in. Breathing out. Stretching through those ribs. And then release. Go back onto the back. Bring that knee into the chest. Push the other leg away. Good. Turn that leg around, put that foot on the other knee, bring the other knee in. Push the left knee away, pull the left foot towards using the right leg. Turning, stretching in the glute. Breathing in. Breathing out. Pull the knee towards, the foot towards and push the knee away. And then release that right leg. Keep hold of the left leg, put it in. Pull it all the way over the body, turn the eyes left. Stretching. And then release. Roll onto the back, let that leg go straight. Take those arms overhead. We're going to do the quads on our knees. So we're not going to do them now. Bring those arms all the way up to the sky. Pull those shoulders down. Bring that right knee in. Pull it in. Pull the right knee up towards the shoulder. Pull that right leg all the way over the body. Push that right hand away. Push that right knee to the floor. Turn the eyes right. Pushing the hand away. Pushing the knee away. Pushing the knee down. Turning the breastbone up. Breathing in, breathing out, keeping those shoulders down. Breathing in, breathing out, turning. And then roll back onto your back, pulling that right knee in, pulling it up towards that shoulder, stretching through the groin. Turning that right leg, bring the left leg in, put the right foot on the left knee, pull that left leg towards, push that right knee away, rotating. Keep the shoulders away from the ears, keep the spine straight. Push the tailbone down. All the ribs are on the ground, lower back slightly lifted, neutral spine. Pushing. Release that left leg, pull that right knee in one more time, and then release that right leg out straight. Push those hands overhead, reach and stretch. And then pull those shoulders down, bring those arms all the way up to the sky. Chin into the chest and roll yourself all the way up, hands on those legs, reaching all the way down towards those feet, stretching through that spine. So push that tailbone out, push that pelvis out, push those lower ribs, middle ribs, upper ribs, and then rock the body forward in that place of stretch so you draw the hamstrings in. And then release, come all the way up tall. Swing those legs around and come onto all fours. Come onto all fours. So roll the inside of the elbows forward, lengthen the head away from the tailbone. Turn that tailbone down, push that back up, bring the eyes to the knees. And then turn that tailbone up, bring the belly down, bring those eyes to the sky. Good. Push the chest forward, pull the shoulder blades back as if you're trying to scoosh your chest through between your arms. Turn that tailbone down, bring that back up, bring those eyes down. And then turn that tailbone up, push the chest forward over your hands. Bring that chin up, lengthen the front of the body, breathing in. And then on the out breath, glide the body backwards so you can release the shape of the spine. Glide the body back so you're shutting those hips down. Just resting down onto your forearms and your elbows. Keeping that neutral spine, really stretching. Breathing in. Pull those knees apart, lift yourself up onto all fours. Now we're going to combine. Slide those hands forward on the floor and let that chest come down to the floor. Let that chin come down. Breathing in. Breathing out, lengthen those arms. Breathing in. Breathing out, push those fingers away. Push those arms into the floor. Lengthening through those armpits, breathing in. Now on the out breath, glide your bottom back towards your feet. Let your arms drag on the floor. And then pull those knees apart and lift yourself up and let your arms drag back up under you. Yeah, bring your hands back, Helen. Okay, that's good. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Pull those knees apart. Slide your hands forwards on the floor. Slide your hands forwards on the floor, taking that chin down, taking that chest down. Breathing in. Breathing out. Keep those hips above the knees. Push those arms and lengthen them. Push those forearms into the ground. And then breathing in on the out breath, release and let those hands slide forward a tiny, tiny bit. Now keep those hands on the floor and lean the body back. So you're taking your bum to your heels and dragging your arms along the floor. So your tummy comes onto your thighs. Then pull those knees apart. Lift yourself up and let your hands pull back on the floor and come underneath you. Yeah, so Helen, let your hands drag back. So just watch, so you're down here. Glide your bum back, let the hands pull. And then as I come up, my hands slide underneath me there. So we're using here more to lift ourselves up. And we're just combining the two exercises, really. We'll just do one more of them. So breathing in, turn the inside of the elbows forward, slide those hands forward, taking that chest down, taking that chin down. So when we can kill two birds with one stone in inverted commas, we just can move on to other things. So pushing those hands forward, stretching those armpits, chin on the floor, pushing those forearms into the ground, breathing in. Breathing out, pushing those forearms into the ground. Breathing in. Breathing out, release the push and lengthen those hands away a touch, only a touch. Breathe in. On the out breath, let that bum slide back to those heels so the hands drag on the ground. Stopping this so you're now in a kind of child pose. Pull those knees apart, lift that body up and let those hands slide forwards. Stop back, rather. And then you come up. So that is core and glutes. Good. Turning the inside of the elbows, lengthening the body. Push the tailbone down, push that back up, stretch through that back. And then turn the tailbone up, bring that belly down, bring those eyes up. Come into neutral. Now lean backwards, come onto your knees. And you're going to put one foot in front of the other. So we're going to stretch the hip flexor and quads this way. So, pubic bone forwards, tummy, breastbone, chin, all in a vertical line. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Lift your body tall. Now visualize you're pulling this knee forward on the floor. Without actually moving it, you're just tensing the front of this back leg. So it's in a place of stretch, so it's lengthened and then tensed. And then you breathe in. On the out breath, bring that right arm up into the air and then glide the body forward and release the tension, but taking the crutch towards the front of the mat. Reach that right arm up, stretch through that right armpit, stretch through that right hip. Lean that right arm over to the left. Really pulling the crutch forward, stretching through that back hip. Breathing in, breathing out. Release that arm. Put one hand either side of this front foot. Okay, now glide the body back, but lengthen that front leg forward. So my front leg comes straight, so I push, let it slide forward. Holding it here, pull that tummy down so that you feel the stretch through the hamstring. Pull the toe up to the nose a bit. Push the toe away. Maybe, Sarah, slide your foot forward a bit more. Slide your foot forward. Yeah, there you go. So that your bum's above your knee, your back knee. Pull that knee, that foot in. Push that foot away. Pull that foot up so you feel the calf. And then you feel the front of the leg. Walk those hands around to the right and push that bum to the left so you stretch that inner thigh. Inner thigh of the front leg. And then bring those hands back to the front and gently take them over to the outside of that leg and feel the stretch through the outside. And then bring those hands back. Now bring that foot back and bend that front knee and then sink your body forwards so that you take the groin towards that front foot. Turn the back toe, lift the back foot up and turn the toe over so that you really feel the stretch in that front. Now, if you lift up onto the foot and up onto the front leg, can you come up to there so my back leg's behind? And I should feel it all through this front hip flexor. Sorry, back leg. The hip flexor and quad of the back leg. Okay, put your hands back on the floor. Take yourself back and bring that leg back around onto all fours. So take it out sideways. I take it away. So turn those tailbones down and push the back up, bring the eyes to the knees. And then turn those tailbones up, bring the eyes to the sky, push that chest forward between those hands. Bring yourself into neutral and bring that right leg forward. So put it between your hands. Okay, lift yourself up onto your foot and your knee. Can't remember if I did my, I think I did, yeah, that's right. Okay, so pull the pubic bone forward, make sure that your tummy, bottom, breastbone, nose is in the line, and then glide forward onto that, glide forward a bit so the crutch is coming forward and feel the stretch in the front of this back leg. Breathing in. Pull this back knee towards the front foot, tensing the hip flexor and the front of the back leg. Bring that left arm up into the sky, breathing in, and on the out breath, release that pull and push that left hand up, push that left knee down. Feel the stretch through that hip, feel the stretch through the side. Let that left hand come over your head to the right a bit. Really push that groin forward, reaching and stretching, lifting, and then release that arm, bring it down and put one hand either side of this front foot. So in this position like this, now slide that front foot forward and make it straight. So your bum stays above your back, yeah, that's it. Bring the tummy button down to the thigh so you feel it through the front of that back leg. And then bring that toe up and then point that toe away. Bring the toe up, feel it into the calf. And then push that toe away, feel it into the front of the leg. Bring that toe up. Push that toe away. Now swing those hands around to the left and push the bum right and feel the, I think you put your other leg up, haven't you, Sarah? That's all right. Feel the stretch through the outside or the inside, doesn't matter. We're going to do the other side in a minute. Now walk those hands over this front leg and feel the stretch on the other side. And then come back to the center. Now walk that foot back towards your hands and bend the knee. And then push your groin forward towards this front foot. So we change slightly the way of stretching that hip. Lift that chest up. Now bring that back foot up and turn the toe over. So the sole of the toe is on the floor. And then push that groin down into the floor. Yep, pushing that groin down. Stretching through that hip flexor, trying to get your pelvis vertical. That's the aim. It's obviously not going to come vertical, but that's the action you're doing, which creates the stretch in the front of that hip. Pulling that lower back backwards, pulling the waist backwards. And then release those hands on the ground, push yourself back and bring that knee back under so we're on all fours again. Turn that tailbone down, push the eyes down, push the back up. And then turn that tailbone up, bring the belly down, bring those eyes up. Come into neutral. Okay, walk your knees forwards and grab in that roller. Okay, grab in the roller, put it long ways on the mat. And we're going to put our tailbone on the roller and we're going to lay down lengthwise on it. So rest the head on it, rest the tailbone on it. Make sure your tailbone's level with the bottom of the roller. So if I put my hand onto my tailbone, it's about 1 centimetre on the roller. Right, roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Take those arms out wide. Squeeze those shoulder blades into the roller. Pull those bottom ribs onto the roller. Pull the back of the head into the roller. Keep your spine like that, but now do pelvic tilt. So flatten the lower back, arch the lower back, flatten, keep those ribs down, arch, flatten. Feel how you have to work quite hard to move the pelvis if you don't let the ribs move. Flatten, arch, flatten, arch. Find the neutral spine. Lengthen the head from the neck. My forearms are on the ground. Push those heels into the floor. Drawing in strong, lift that right leg up off the ground. Take that right leg back down to the ground. Bring that right leg off the ground. Make sure those shoulders are relaxed. Pull those shoulder blades together. Put that right foot on the ground. Slide that right leg out straight, letting that hip extend, but keeping the pelvis in neutral, and then bring that leg all the way back in and bring it back up. Put that foot over the same foot, right leg down to the floor, extend it out straight, feel the hip flexor stretch, hold on to that spine, shoulder blade squeezing on the roller, bring that leg back in, bring it back up. Put that leg back on the floor, rest it there, squeeze those shoulders together, lengthen the neck, draw in the core, pull those ribs, make sure they're all on the roller. Make sure the lower back slightly lifted. Lift that left leg up into the sky. Tap that left heel on the floor. Lift that left leg up. Lengthen the neck. Keep the shoulder away from the ears. Put that left leg back down on the floor. Slide that left leg out straight. Extend. Bring that left leg back in. Bring it back up. Take that left leg over to the floor. Make sure the right leg's upright. It's not rolled over. Drop that left leg out straight. Lengthen. Bring that left leg back in. Bring it back up. Left leg back to the floor. Take that left leg out straight. Draw the left leg in. Bring it up. Keep the left leg in the air. Bring the right leg in the air to join. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Pull the ears away from their shoulders. Ribs are all on the floor, so your legs are up. Don't let that lower back lift anymore. Take that left leg to the floor. Slide it out straight, keeping neutral spine. Extend that hip, holding it out straight, just touching the ground. Keep those ribs flat. Bring that left leg back in, bring it back up. So you can take the leg out straight by pushing it on the floor or by having it suspended. So right leg, take that right leg over to the floor. Extend, slide that leg out straight. Slide that right leg out straight. Pull those shoulder blades together. Just hold the right leg there a second. And then bring that right leg back in and bring it back up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Pull those shoulders away from the ears. Draw in the core. Make sure those ribs are all on the ground. Make sure the lower back's not overarching. Take that left foot down to the floor. Extend that left leg out straight. Hold it out straight. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bring that left leg back in. Bring it back up. Take that right leg down to the floor. Take that right leg out straight. Lengthen. Bring that right leg back in. Bring it back up. One more on each. Take the right leg first down to the floor. We're going to hold it out a bit longer. Take it out straight. Hold the right leg out longer. We were a bit short on the last one, so we'll hold this out a bit longer. We don't want to be walking around in circles from uneven stomach muscles. Bring that right leg back in. Bring it back up. Take the left leg down to the floor. Take it out straight. Hold it out straight. Bring it back in. Bring it back up. Take both feet down so the toes touch the floor. Lift both legs back up. Squeeze those shoulders together. Lengthen the ears away from the shoulders. Take both legs down to the floor. Don't move that lower back. Tap the toes and bring it back up. So touching the toes is the shortest movement that we do. Take those legs down to the floor. Tap the toes. Now slide with as much weight as you need on the floor. Slide those legs out straight. Hold them straight. Breathing in. Bring that right leg back in. Rest the toe on the floor. Bring that left leg back in. Rest the toe on the floor. Lift both legs back up. Take both legs over to the floor. Rest the toes on the floor. Slide both legs out straight. Push them away from the head. Bring that left leg back in. Rest the toe on the floor. Bring that right leg back in. Rest the toe on the floor. Bring both legs back up. Take both toes over to the floor, holding them here. Rest both heels on the floor. Bring both arms up into the sky. Keep those shoulder blades pulling together. Arms are in the sky, so you've got to stabilize through your heels. Heels are in the ground. Balls of the feet are soft on the ground. Lengthen the head away from those shoulders. Take that right arm up over the head, down to touch the floor. Bring that right arm back up. Take that left arm down, touching the floor. So this is where you feel the shoulder restriction. So when your shoulder's restricted, you want to lift your lower back up. Bring that arm back up. Make sure all of those ribs are touching the ground. Bring that right arm over, touching the floor. So my thumb touches. Bring it back up. Bring the other one over to the floor. Extend through that armpit. Bring it back up. Pull those bottom ribs into the floor. Pull that lower back into neutral. Pull the top ribs down, push the head down. Take both arms up over your head to the floor. Don't let that spine change shape. Feel the stretch in the armpits. Might feel it in your neck. Bring those arms back up. Take those hands wide to the ground, back to the hands to the ground. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Bring those hands up to the sky. Take those thumbs to the floor above your head. I've got my palms pointing to each other. Keeping that neutral spine. Don't let that back arch. Bring those hands back up. Take those hands all the way out wide. Bring those hands back up. Hold them here. Bring that, lean onto that right foot. Bring the left leg up off the floor. Just have the knee bent. Take that right arm down to the floor. Using that core. Bring that right arm back up. Put that left leg on the floor. Lean onto that right foot. Bring that left leg up. Take that right hand down to the floor above your head. Bring that right hand back up. Put that left foot back on the floor. Lean onto that left leg. Lift that right foot up. Oop. Take that left hand down to the floor above the head. Bring that left hand back up. Take that left hand back overhead. Bring that left hand up. Put that right foot down on the floor. Bring that right foot up. Take that left hand overhead. Bring it back up. Put that right foot back down. Take those hands out wide, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Breathing in on the out breath, flatten your back into the roller, roll yourself up to sitting. Move yourself off that roller. Move yourself off that roller. Grab in your elastic. Grab in your elastic. So hook your elastic over your toes. So you should feel much looser to sit up straight. So make sure your toes, so I have it hooked under the joint of my little toe, and I make sure my toes are at an angle that the elastic's not going to ping. So you can stick your toes into that sort of, those sheet elastics, but these ones you need to be a bit careful of. So make the elastic be at a length that's going to challenge you. So lift that chest up, bring that head up, just loosen that head and neck, turn left, turn right. Eyes to the front, arms straight, bring those elbows behind your back, lift your chest. So lift that chest and then release, breathing in. On the out breath, pull and lift. ease and in. Pull and lift, ease and lengthen. Pull and lift, ease and lengthen. Pull and lift your chest as you pull, ease and lengthen. Pull and lift, ease and lengthen. Hold it here. Take those arms straight out sideways. Good, bring those hands back in the front. Lift the chest. Breathing in on the out breath, take those arms out sideways and lift that chest. Squeeze those shoulders together. Don't make the elastic too hard. Bring the hands back in. So it might be kind of loose here, loose when you're straight. Lengthen your elastic a bit, Helen. Have your arms straight. Okay, lift your chest up. So don't worry that it's loose. Lift your chest up. Take those hands all the way out to the level with, yes, lift the chest up. Lift that chest, pull those shoulders together. Bring those hands back to the front. Lift the chest, breathing in. Breathing out, pull those hands apart. Lift that chest higher. Pulse your arms back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release those arms back into the front. Lift your chest up. Loosen your head and neck. Pull those elbows back behind. Ease those hands in front. Pull those elbows back, lift the chest. So you kind of have to mess around with the length. So maybe just wrap it around your hands if you need to shorten it. Straighten. Pull and bend. Chest up. Ease and straighten. Pull the chest up. Ease and straighten. Holding it here. Take that left arm up. Push the toe down though so it doesn't ping off. And then bring it down. Bring that left arm up. And bring it down. One more. Lift the chest. Bring that left arm up. And bring it down. I think that elastic's quite tough, isn't it? Okay, lifting the chest. Bring that right arm up. And down. As you do it, can you take, as you bring the right arm up, can you take the left hand forward so you make it easier? No, it's not really doing it. Okay, one more. Right arm up. And down. Lift that chest up. Have those arms loose. Have them down. Lift the chest up. Take those arms wide. Bring them back together. Take those arms wide. Bring them back together. 3 more. Wide and lift. Ease and rest. Wide and lift. Ease and rest. Wide and lift. Ease and rest. Okay, 5 normal ones. Elbows behind, chest comes up and release. Elbows behind, chest comes up and release. Elbows back, chest comes up and release. 2 more. Elbows back, chest up. Release. 1 more. Elbows back, chest up and release. Okay, ditch your band. Hands on the legs, rub those thighs, roll yourself down towards those feet and let that back lengthen. Breathing in. Breathing out. Slide your hands over your toes. Push your toes away. Stretch through those armpits. Release those hands over those feet. Sit yourself up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders up to the ears. Put the hands on the floor. Push back. Bring that chin up. Breathing in. Pull the toes to your nose. Breathing out. Clench the knees. Lift your hips up off the floor. And open those armpits. Bum up high, clench that bum. Yes, clench and lift the bum higher. Clench and lift the bum higher. Lengthen the head and then lower the bum to the floor. Keep the chest lifted, push forward. So you're stretching your armpits. Good, breathing in. On the out breath, clench through the bum and lift. Breathing in. On the out breath, clench through the bum and lift. Breathing in, on the out breath, clench through the bum and lift. And then release the bum down to the floor. Push off those hands, lift that chest up. Go on, one more. Breathing in, pull those arms together. Breathing out, push those knees in the floor, clench that bum and lift. Breathing in. On the out breath, clench with that bum and lift. Breathing in. On the out breath, clench with the bum, lift the whole body up. And then lower that bum to the floor. Push off those hands. Reach down towards those feet, holding around those feet, pull yourself forward, stretching those hamstrings. Push the right knee, push the left knee, push both knees. Release those legs, sit yourself up tall. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back, dust the floor, bring those arms into the sky. Bring those hands all the way out wide, dust the floor. Bring them all the way up, leave them in the sky, breathing in. Breathing out, lift the chest, lift the hands. Release those arms, bring them wide, rest them on the legs. And roll your shoulders. Good. Okay, that should have opened your chest and your hips. Well done.